I had a girl on here the other day who also has been on like a shitload of other popular hip hop adjacent podcasts. And the thing that has kind of caused her to go viral was that she basically was saying that she doesn't want anything to do with a guy who wasn't going to, you know, buy her a car, keep her in a nice apartment, etc. And on top of that, this is the thing that really went viral.
You talking about the girl that was in the blue dress?
Jasmine, yes.
She looked broke and very thirsty. She looked very thirsty. Somebody needed to get her a bottle of water. Did you get her a bottle of water? Did you get her one? You didn't find her just a little parched?
I don't think she had any water the whole time she was here. She's probably dehydrated.
She had to have been. Listen, and I don't like to talk about anybody, and I'm gonna keep this one brief on her because we're gonna keep it moving. But you know what? For somebody to sit there and say, I gotta get dragged out. Like he's gotta drag me out. That says a lot about your character and your tax bracket. That says a lot about you. So, you know, I didn't understand that. That was
because
shocking.
That was the thing that she was saying is basically that like once a guy gives her a house and a car and shit, then if they break up, minimum 6 months, they need to continue providing that for her, which to a guy like me that really is just not into like tricking off on girls, I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? You seriously expect a dude to do that? That's fucking crazy.
Bro, she'd wake up talking about, hey, can you toss me in the house? Can you toss me a brush downstairs? You have to get it yourself. I'm out. I don't even live there no more.
Yeah.
I'm gone. She ain't even gonna be in a situation even. You see, that's the problem. And there's stupid motherfuckers that'll let that bitch in. Excuse my French. But they'll let that bitch in today and let her do all that shit. Instant gratification just because she cute. Let her through the door.
Right.
Instead of getting to know what you're fucking with. That's the problem with people, man. And she's going to get past a lot of people's doors.
Yeah.
And they're going to let her. Knowing that she's going to fuck it up and burn everything down, but still.
Right.
At the end of it all, fuck it. They'll worry about crying later.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of the amazing thing I've seen on social media through her, through other people. It's just that
it's a half a hoe.
There's a lot of people who are a lot of guys apparently who get off on the idea of sort of like paying a girl's bills, even if they're not really fucking with her like that and just keeping her living a good life. I don't get it personally. And people would be like, oh, these guys are so rich. They're making $1 million a year, et cetera, et cetera. So they like to do. I'm like, that doesn't change it. Like if you have more money, you want to just no matter how much money I had, I don't think I would take pleasure in that.
Let me tell you something, man. Some people, man, you know, what's a lot to me and you, man, is a buffalo nickel to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, some people they gonna play with their money.
Right.
You know, and you know, a lot of people see businessmen know that you gotta pay to play.
Right.
They don't want to see a real businessman that's got money, that's got some real hard cold cash. He doesn't got time to go out and meet and greet the bitch and let's have a drink and let's do this. No,
but isn't that the fun part?
Not for him. He's got time is money.
Right.
Time is money. They don't have time to be sitting there playing. You think motherfuckers that play on Wall Street, fuck that. He's sitting there banging the broad while he's on the computer, sitting there looking at fucking different scores of this and that and this and that.
Right.
They don't stop, bro. They're not stopping through anything. That's what keeps them rich.
But what do you want when you're pursuing a woman? Do you want to just actually feel your penis inside of a vagina for a couple minutes? Or do you want to like actually go through that human process of meeting someone, you know, sort of convincing them to like you, you know, getting to know them, then choosing to have sex with them? Maybe there is like a monetary element to a lot of these relationships. I get that.
The human feeling has died.
I know, and that's the part that she seems to be like wanting to help usher in. She wants to make sure that all the girls know out there that you can just be a robot.
The human feeling died when these bitches start doing molds of their vaginas and selling them.
My girl has one of those, yeah.
Does she?
And I met a girl yesterday.
I'm just being honest.
I met a girl yesterday who was like, "Oh, I know your girl from the mold of her vagina. I saw at the sex store earlier." I'm like, "Awesome, you should have copped it."
Shouldn't it? Hey, don't you agree? That's when it died. Kind of like what you just said. You just said that you like the human feel. Like, don't you enjoy the human feeling of it? The overall.
I know you like that because I see the way that you
fucking
are.
Love
You're
it.
a communicator.
Fucking love
That's
it.
what you excel at.
Fucking love it.
You could talk a girl up out of her panties, right?
Fucking talk them into it, man. Backwards, man. Talk her into putting them back on backwards.
You have the thing that these billionaires that are paying for ass wouldn't be paying for ass if they could talk to a girl like the way that you do, right?
Well, I didn't have all the resources. All I had was the time. So what I did was made my time useful. Simple as that. I don't think there's anything illegal to that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know, people can hate that. You know, I say this. For motherfuckers to sit there and hate the game, you only fucking hate it because you can't do it. And I understand it. I'm a man. Because you know how I know? It's because there's things that I know that I can't do, that I see people excel at, that I wish I could do. But I'm not gonna sit there and be like, fuck them or downplay that. I'm not gonna be mad at you, bro, because you can ride a bike without training wheels and I can't. Be like, no, get off that. He's not, you know what I'm saying, and hate you. No, if I can't do it, I can't do it. Respect that, man. Go excel. That's the problem, man. That's where the hate comes from. People that hate on it simply can't do it. Period. Go and teach yoga. Go and do something. Like, for real, go do something. Like, excel. Whatever it is, I don't give a fuck. Write a children's book. Do something.
Have you ever heard of the term a reality distortion field? I've heard this said prior to his passing about Steve Jobs, where he was so driven, so motivated, had such big ideas, but he was also like really manipulative. So if he wanted you to believe in an idea that he was putting forth, he was so like manipulative and strong-willed that he could kind of like convince you that things were however the fuck he wanted to put it. And then like a lot of people would kind of like later on end up sort of realizing like, oh, I was sucked into his reality for a period of time. Then they would kind of, you know, separate themselves. Let's be honest.
By the time they figure that out, it's too late. By the time you figure out who you're dealing with, it's too late. Instant gratification, my man, it's poison.
Well, anyway, I was just saying that to say that I feel like you're kind of like in the same boat as Steve Jobs there, where there's something about like the reality that you're crafting here, that it's like it's hard to pick at it. Like, and I see it with Mark. Mark seems like he, like, no offense to him, but he seems like he's kind of in love with you.
Yeah, no,
he's kind of got like a real man crush type thing going, where it's like he loves getting sucked into this reality that you sort of put him into once you sit down in that chair.
I mean, we sit down and we talk. Listen, man, this is how me and you would kick it over a drink and a joint. Fuck the cameras.
Yeah.
This is what you were gonna get regardless.
That's best case scenario for these interviews, is that people sort of like forget that they're even on camera.
You were gonna get this regardless, you know? I wanna ask you, man, what the fuck is up with the boy Bezos giving up, what did he give him, 100 million?
Who did he give that to?
Van, what was the dude's name? Van, something from CNN.
Oh, Van Jones?
He gave him $100 million, bro.
Right.
And told him you can do whatever it is you want to do with it.
Must be nice.
Van.
You haven't done enough. I don't know what
the black folk need you. We need you, man. 100 million, this man told you can do whatever you want to do with it.
Right.
We need you.
I'm trying to, I want to know what he's doing or what he plans on doing.
I'm not working at CNN.
I think that's probably part of the deal. If you just fuck off and go hang out on an island.
I'm hopping on the desk, man.
I doubt he just wired $100 million to his account. I bet he has to like come up with some ideas to make happen.
No, he told bullshit written in stone. He can do whatever he wants to do with the money.
Wow.
100 million.
I wouldn't want to put 100 million in one guy's hands like that. I would give 10 million to 10 smart people. And then whoever seems to be performing the best, you give them $100
million to this one man. What do you like for real, man? Why couldn't he come give it to you?
He probably knows that I don't have any big ideas of what to do with it. I don't know. I don't want 100 million if I have to figure out what to do with it.
Listen, he told the man, listen, Adam, he told the man, literally, set in stone, you can do whatever you want to do with the money. Here's $100 million. Fucking the owner of Amazon, like, bro, that's who owns that, right? Bezos?
Yeah.
$100 million. Who the fuck, like, who just, like, bro, you have nothing else to do, bro. Like, what are you doing?
But he has too much money. That's the whole thing with Jeff Bezos. He has like all the money in the world.
He's the type of motherfucker like to take a whole bunch of Big Macs from McDonald's and build a mansion out of them because they get stale.
Right.
You know, like they don't ever mold or nothing.
Yeah.
Y'all ever know? Hey,
that's what you do? You create a Big Mac temple?
I'd try to. If I had 100 million at least once, I mean, wouldn't you get put in the fucking Guinness Books of World Records for that? Like, hey, this man built a fucking skyscraper of fucking Big Macs. They don't mold, bro. They don't change. You could leave that motherfucker. Hey, try it.
No,
I swear
don't
to
believe
God.
that. We could Google that.
Try
There's
that
no way.
shit. Try
There's
it.
no way.
I want you to do it by yourself, though, on your spare time.
One time I checked into a hotel room and we opened up the couch, like the couch reclined or whatever. They had a bed inside it, and there was a Papa John's pizza inside it, and the whole thing was mold. It must have been sitting there for 2 fucking months. So all I'm saying is that the ingredients in the Papa John's pizza are not so different from the Big Mac. There's got to be some mold, and we got our room for free.
Let me tell you something. Right? You hear, and y'all gonna be, hey, I don't want to hear nobody laughing. You hear all these, you hear all these motherfucking rappers, right? Talking about how many bricks, how many birds they done moved, right? Who's got more traps than McDonald's? I don't give a fuck what city you hit. I don't give a fuck what hick town, fucking smallest speck of dust. I guarantee you they got a McDonald's, bro. Nobody's out trapping McDonald's. McDonald's been trapping for a very long time. Remember, me and you came up when they started at just 1 million served. Now it's billions.
Right.
Billions, literally.
You still hit McDonald's from time to time?
No.
No?
Sure hurts my stomach, bro.
I did it a couple weeks ago.
I stopped drinking soda. I stopped fucking eating all that shit, man. And I love that shit. Like, I like to go eat me a fucking Five Guys burger. I like shit like that. But like, I just noticed, man, I feel better. Keeping that bullshit up out there. Keep that bullshit up out of you, man.
Yeah.
You'll feel better. You'll be able to long.
I'm 37. You're not going to keep feeling good by accident. You're going to have to sort of like take some of the bad
got
shit.
Got a dad belly?
Yeah.
Did you get a dad belly?
A little bit, but I'm working on it. Yeah. You work out? No?
A little
You're in
bit.
pretty good shape.
A little bit. I mean, just a little bit. I ain't even fucking lie to you, bro. I just started.
Really?
You know why? I got a movie coming up, man. I got to do a movie.
Really?
I got to do a movie in October.
Wow.
I got to go to Minnesota.
How did this happen? Was it because of the interviews?
Fucking, they found me from the interviews, bro.
Wow.
Swear to God.